Welcome to another episode of Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization.
We like to call this episode Designer's Choice because our design team has selected a couple of their favorite new projects to show off, and they also happen to be in some pretty amazing homes.
That's right. First, I'll be heading down to Moyok, North Carolina, where I designed a his and her walk-in closet that's one of the biggest closets I've ever designed.
Then we'll head over to Virginia Beach to a hidden gem of a home, where we'll find Leigh, who's ready to show off one of her favorite new home office spaces.
So let's get to it.
My name's Andrea Gandy. We moved here from Southern California. It's my husband, Michael, and our 3 kids and a dog. We moved to Virginia Beach in Ocean Lakes. We were renting a house. We're running out of space, and we wanted a bigger yard for our kids. So we purchased some property out here in Moyok. We have 10 acres. We decided to start from scratch and build a home that would fit our needs. I'm a bartender, and my husband works in the building industry for Kempsville building materials, so that kind of helped us out with the process. First of all, with 3 kids, there's a ton of noise, there's a ton of clutter, and with a dog, we want some space. We just recently got a new addition, a puppy, so we need that space even more now. We took extra care in making sure the house was very well insulated. We have an upstairs quarters, so to speak, where our children are. They have a game room, they have their bedrooms. That way we don't hear them when they have friends over. Also with the clutter, we wanted to have everything organized and everything has its place. So I'm pretty detail oriented. My husband's very particular about having things in their place. We have a busy lifestyle, so we don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to find something. My father-in-law is the president of Kempsville Building Materials, and he's worked with Jeff from Closet Factory on a couple of his homes, and he recommended Jeff to us to help us get our closet set before we moved into our new house. In the past, at our other houses, we've never had custom closets. We've just had the closet that you kind of open the door, throw everything in there to hide, and then forget about it later. We did not want it that way this time. We wanted to have the closet essentially be like another room, somewhere where we can go and we can look at things and we're not embarrassed to have somebody peek their head in and look at it. We wanted it to be something we could actually show off and be excited about and proud of.
So it's always exciting for me as the owner of Closet Factory to work with friends and people I know. And in this case, I was able to work with Michael and Andrea Gandy. I've known Michael's dad for years, Scott, who's the president of Kempsville Building Association. And Michael and I met through the Builders Association. They had moved here from California, and they'd lived in the Red Wing area for a while. And they bought a lot in Moyok, and we're gonna build a custom house. So it was very exciting for me when they came to me and said, hey, we'd like to do a custom closet in this house.
When designing the house, our closet in our master bedroom was actually a room. It wasn't designed to be a closet. My husband wanted to turn that into a closet so that we could have a lot of space and just something to show off. Jeff came in and helped us do the layout of the closet. We wanted an open space. We didn't want everything closed off. We wanted it bright and airy.
Michael is a very detail-oriented person. He's in the construction industry like his dad. He knew exactly what he wanted. And Andrea, for Andrea, it's more about function. She's a very minimalist type person, doesn't want a lot of clutter. So between the two of them, we were able to come up with some designs that met their needs. Then they came to the showroom. They picked out materials, picked out finishes, hardware, and accessories. And it was really a very easy process with them because they knew what they wanted. They'd never had a custom closet before. So they kind of had some ideas, the style, the function, and of course the big thing was the price point, and we were able to meet their budget.
I originally, when picking out the finish, thought white or a cream color would be a great color. It would go blend enough with the rest of our house. There's not a door from the master bathroom into the closet, so we wanted it to all kind of blend. When I went into the Closet Factory showroom, I was given all kinds of options that I didn't even know I had. We actually had a pretty specific cabinet in our master bathroom, and they found a finish in the closet that almost completely matched it, which was an awesome surprise. Everything blends. I had brought in our flooring and a picture of the cabinet in our bathroom, and the associates there helped me find the perfect items for that.
The installation aspect of working with the new construction is a little tricky because you're working with other trades and behind other trades. And of course, we've been working through COVID. So I think maybe we had to move the install back once or twice because certain aspects weren't ready. But Michael was really easy to work with, gave us plenty of notice. So when we came in, everything was ready. Juan was our installer. He came in and knocked it out in a day. And we came back and did some additional trim work in the space because once Michael saw the trim that we use to trim our units, he actually wanted that trim throughout the whole space in the closet. So we came back and added that trim, which I think really added a nice look and effect to the space.
I love the closet because when I go in the morning, I don't have to go pick my clothes out, set them on my bed, go get dressed, go look in a mirror. I can essentially go in, get my clothes, get changed in my closet. My hamper's in there. I can throw the dirty clothes in there. We actually have a washer and dryer in there as well, so I don't even have to take my dirty clothes into a different laundry room. Everything's set up right there. There's a valet rod in the closet, which is great when we're packing for trips. I have room in the center where the island was put to put the suitcase, so I'm not taking clothes back and forth. I can pull everything off of the shelves or off the hangers. It was also done very well where I didn't have as much hanging space as I do shelves because I'm not super tall, so it makes it hard for me to reach the hanging rods that are up real high. So Jeff went ahead and put more shelving in there for me to make it easier. There's a belt and tie rack, which I know my husband loves. In the past, we just used the hangers that accommodate belts and ties, and so half of the ties ended up on the floor. The belts were just a tangled mess. I also have some shoe racks that slant or go level, which is nice if I feel like I want to show off some shoes or just make them a little easier to access. I love this house that I live in, but I really think the closet is what I get most excited about. I videotaped my closet right after it was put in. I showed it to all of my girlfriends who were a little bit envious. It's a great experience. I know when I go in there, if I need to get away from my kids, I can sit there. It's quiet, it's peaceful, there's zero clutter. It's amazing.
So I think this project turned out great. Again, it's really fun for me to work with people I know that are friends. They have a beautiful family and a beautiful custom home. So it's very rewarding for me as the owner of Closet Factory to be able to come in and work with people and to give them a custom closet and give them something they've never had before. And to see that they're really enjoying it, that's what is special for me.
We've never had a custom closet before. My husband and I are super excited that we decided to follow through and spend the money and budget all of this out. Closet Factory really helped us put our ideas into reality, and it's really made a difference in our everyday life.
Wow, that walk-in closet in the Gandy household was enormous. Incorporating the laundry room into the design really made it even more functional when it came to having everything you need in one space. Now let's head over to a gorgeous home off the beaten path in Virginia Beach to meet Leigh, who's going to show us one of her new favorite designs.
Hey, it's Leigh. I'm in Virginia Beach outside this gorgeous home where I had an opportunity to do one of my favorite installs. I can't wait to show you. Let's go check it out. So Susie and I met, it was through a mutual friend of ours. Susie had posted on Facebook looking for some custom design work.
I met Leigh through a friend that recommended Leigh, that she's a good designer, and I have a very big space to design for my home office. And so I was excited to work with Leigh and get this project started. We live on a very special piece of property back here right in the middle of Virginia Beach, close to Lynn Parkway and not far from Great Neck Road. So we're on a small little island that most people that have lived there their whole lives have no idea that we are sitting back here on this beautiful piece of land surrounded by woods and wetlands.
Yes, you actually have to go over the river and through the woods, and to Susie's house you go.
This is true. We had some design, I had some ideas of what I wanted to start with. I knew I wanted a Peninsula desk to give me the view of the beautiful outside and the scenery of the house. The home office is a very large space, but has been underutilized with the amount of work that I do. I've been working from home for approximately 10 years now. And so I had open desk and papers and files and just not a lot of organization. So I was excited to get this project started, to be able to use this beautiful space that we have, but also make it very functional and organized. I thrive on organization and having everything in its place, and I work very well being organized. So it was exciting to work with Leigh to lay this office out in a way that would work for me, but also be a beautiful space that when you walked into, you felt comfortable, relaxed, ready to work. And now I don't ever want to leave. So that's a good thing, I think.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I'm glad we were able to come up with a design that is beautiful, but so functional for you as well. I mean, I couldn't believe walking through the rest of the space how together and beautiful it was. And when we went into your office, clearly, I could tell you called the right people. You called us at the right time for sure.
So I knew that I wanted to start with the Peninsula desk, and I needed all the lower cabinets to be file systems for the multiple businesses, and then for our personal filing systems as well. So we started with that concept with the filing system, and I knew didn't want a printer sitting out on a desk, so we kind of built that in the bottom lowers with a slide-out shelf. So we had that kind of designed almost right away.
Absolutely. That was the one firm piece that we really didn't move around too much. That was the constant. And then from there, we played with a lot of different concepts for the upper portion.
Yep, so I had a inspiration drawing picture. It had all open shelving, mostly at the top. And I love that idea at first, but I don't like to clean and I don't like to really decorate a whole lot. I'm very minimalistic, so we finally chose a design that we both has a little bit of open shelving, but mostly the closed cabinets, and just a little bit of fun with it, with the centerpiece that kind of comes out.
Absolutely, it helps break it up.
Doesn't
Breaks
look
up
like
the
it doesn't look
space.
like a kitchen cabinet that's thrown into an office space. So it was. We were able to make it look custom, and it is very custom, down to every single detail. Yeah. So,
and then we'd get together, and so Susie, you weren't really sure. Like you're like, okay, I like this, I like that, but I'm not really sure what's the correlation here, what's the theme. So I was able to kind of put together all the parts and pieces. And the one underlying concept that was a majority of your inspiration images was inset cabinetry.
Correct.
And so that was what we ended up going with. It was a special design and a special for Closet Factory to do inset cabinetry. So this is the elevation where we have the series of lower cabinets with different file drawers. And then we also have your standard pencil desk drawers with the countertop. And then we have the uppers over here as well. So for the uppers, you're gonna notice that each of these doors are the same exact size. And that was very intentionally done. So that way that there is symmetry and there is balance. There's this open area here where we've integrated some lighting that is routed into the material. This is the stack of crown where we have it lined up with the rest of the room. Over here, this is where we have the slide out shelf, and that houses the printer. The center portion here sticks out proud by 1.5 inches. Inside each of these lower drawers are the file cabinets, and then we have shelving behind each of these doors.
So an important aspect of this whole design for me was this home is a very traditional, transitional home. And so I have to make sure that anything I do, such as a project this large, needs to flow with the rest of the house. And so I knew I wanted custom countertops made, and Southside Wood Shop custom built the walnut countertops for us.
Which I was so excited about.
Yes,
I'd been waiting for the perfect
amazing
opportunity for walnut countertops, and I just knew this was it for you.
So they did an amazing job. So the install process was the lowers had to be put on and installed, and then Southside Wood Shop came out and measured and then custom built the one long piece across the back of the wall, and then the Peninsula desk, and they mount together.
And then Closet Factory came in and installed the uppers on top of the walnut countertops.
Right. So it was a 3-step process.
Yes.
But
essentially.
Yes. The lighting was another thing that we went round and round on, trying to get some lighting, but
we knew that there was going to be a lot of natural lighting, but we didn't want any dark spots in the center of the open portion of the cabinetry. So we have different lighting options between pucks, the strip lighting, and so we didn't want it to be over the top contemporary because that would be outside of the realm that would fit with her home. So we did minimal lighting.
Right, so the lighting just basically goes over the working space, and it's just enough light. It's perfect, it's not too much. Very thrilled with the lights. And
can you dim it? You can dim it, right?
Yes, it's on a dimmer, so I can, raise it, lower it.
It's nice to have lighting on a dimmer, so that way, depending on what time of day or what type of interaction you're having with the space, you can change the vibrancy.
Right, yeah. And the switch is where I sit, it's right up underneath the desk, and so it's a little switch that I push, and it's on, off, dimmed, not dimmed.
Yes, how nice.
Another design feature that we had to think about were the legs for the Peninsula desk. So did I want to have the countertop guy come in and make legs that kind of corresponded with the countertop? But Leigh suggested let's use the countertop, the legs that match the cabinetry, so it nicely pulls together all 3 pieces.
It all brings it together.
Right.
And then we definitely chose legs that weren't overly traditional, but they weren't too streamlined either. We wanted a little bit of detailing that would match just how we decided to have a little bit of detailing on your cabinetry, but not over the top either.
Right. And also with the cabinets and the file boxes and everything, so I do put a lot of files in my file cabinets. And I've had file cabinets that I've bought before at office stores, and they eventually bust out through the bottom.
Yes.
And because they are not solid wood. So all the file cabinets and drawer fronts are all solid wood. Dovetail boxes, solid wood fronts.
Soft close.
Soft close, so they will last. They're a lot of files and a lot of weight.
And you've got a lot of work you push through it, so it needs to last.
Yes. So very happy with the custom work that Closet Factory was able to do.
Well, the final product of this installation, I was just wowed. I was super excited, waiting for the day to finally come for it to be completed, because it was just, I knew it was such a beautiful project that was really close to me personally. I was very emotionally attached to it. So finally seeing it come to completion, a design that I was really close to, was just very rewarding.
Well, there was many phone calls when I was on the road traveling, and long phone calls about what was going on, and
text messages,
yes,
photos
so
going back
constant
and
communication.
forth,
Yeah.
design, collaboration. It truly was a collaboration. Oftentimes, it just kind of falls on the designer, which is great because we love to do what we do, but it's really special when the client has a say and you know that it's going to work perfectly for them.
I have really enjoyed having everything so organized and put away. Before, I had so much stuff on my desk and nowhere to put it. So now I have my space lays out beautifully. I feel a lot more productive, happier, because I'm so much more organized. So I'm thrilled with the final project and just the functionality of the whole space.
Well, that'll do it for another episode of Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization.
We hope you enjoyed seeing some of our favorite new designs and maybe even got a few ideas for what you could do in your own home. Just give us a call. Maybe our next favorite design will be yours.
See you next time.